Hey guys, how's it going? So I've been reviewing quite a few of the Osight red dots. Prior to this video you're about to watch, 7 to be specific. Why? Because after the first one, I'm like, man, I really like this, and the more options they keep coming out with, which have been a ton, the more I keep liking them. And I'm going to tell you why, and one of the cool features in this that kind of explains why these just are so nice to look through. So when I found out they were coming out with a green dot, which I have right here, this is the new Osight SE, I said, yes, please send me one. I definitely want to try it out, and I'm sure my viewers will be happy to find out as well. So as this video goes through, I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions. I want some viewer input here. I'm not going to make this video terribly long, but I think I want to do maybe 2 follow-up videos. So stay tuned, and you guys can help me out with what might be useful as far as more information goes down there in the comment section. And of course, if you want to know more about this, check down below. So yes, they've been making red dots for a little while now, and now we have the first green dot. Now this is the Osight SE. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Good to have you here. I'm going to be doing more reviews on these products and many other things soon. But if you've been around for a little bit, you remember I have reviewed the Osight SE red dot. Go check my previous videos if you want to catch up. Now this is green. Now this is the RMS-C footprint, otherwise known as the K footprint. This is for micro compacts. Now if you do want to fit this on an RMR, Osight does have an adapter kit, so you can get that and put this on maybe mid-size to full-size pistols as well. One thing really cool about this, as with some of the other previous options they've offered, this is fully enclosed, which I think is awesome for concealed carry. Typically, when I think of that small K or RMS-C footprint, I think of a concealed carry piece. Me, I work outside doing landscaping, and everything I carry with me gets dirty. This being fully enclosed, meaning there's glass not only on the front, but on the rear, fully enclosing everything, keeping it out of that dirt, elements. I mean, it's going to be snow season soon. Salt, dust, rain, possibly even mud. That's awesome. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to go through a few of the options on it here and see what you all think. And I'm going to give you a little teaser as to one of the main reasons I've liked these so much. Kind of an epiphany I had when I was doing some nerdy research. So we'll take a quick look here. This is a 6 MOA green dot. It is a single reticle. I will say one thing. I wish they would offer the green in this same little RMS-C fully enclosed with the multi-reticle like this, because I have found that I like using the big circle. But when you get like literally just the circle, that's what I've been doing lately with these Osights for concealed carry guns. Now there's always a trade-off though. Whereas here we have a 32 MOA circle, a 2 MOA dot with this red dot here, or the circle dot, right? This is 6 MOA. A lot of people who just like a dot that never want to use the circle dot or just the circle seem to like the 6 MOA, because a lot of times you're using your small little gun like this for up close shooting. You're probably not shooting out to hundreds of yards. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you more of a 2 MOA guy, multi-reticle because you like your options, or do you like that big round 6 MOA dot? I just told you my preference is multi-reticle, but here's the thing. Osight's been coming out with so many models lately. We may see that in green soon, in this little RMS-C. In fact, I have another option from them that's going to be coming out here soon, maybe around the first of the year. So yes, they're continuing to put out stuff one after another like crazy. This is a cool little thing they've been including with all these. If you're new to this and need to learn how to adjust, as well as zero it, this is a very valuable little card, so don't dismiss this. This is very, very educational, and I think like a super cool bonus that they include with these. They're also giving you nice metallic silver stickers, and I noticed the attention to detail. The other ones used to have a little red dot in the middle. This one has green, so an all-new sticker for all of you sticker collectors. As always, the packaging's excellent. You can see like a stiff cardboard box. Now, I want to remind you of this. These do have a lifetime warranty, which is awesome. Now, they are manufactured overseas like most of your optics products nowadays. However, these have been designed, engineered, developed, and tested in the United States. And from what I understand, their goal is to be actually making them here soon too. So we will see what happens with that, but let's see what's in here. Packaging is just awesome. I've opened up quite a few of these, and this is packaged similar. A really nice custom fit high density foam here that's just perfect. Even the little tabs and stuff to help you get stuff out of the box a little bit better. As I'm dropping stuff, oh, it was just one of those little silica gel things. That's good, right? It's good to have those in there. All right. So here's our box of little like goodies, if you will. And this is so sweet that they do this. Look at this. Here's your multi-tool that you're going to use for adjusting and install. Now, this is cool right here. I've used one of these a couple times. This is your spare battery compartment screws, because this does run on a button cell battery. Ask me why I think this is so cool. Do you think maybe I've lost one before reinstalling the battery? Because you have to pull that little safety tab out when it's new. Let me know if you think I maybe lost a screw before. Come on, fess up. All of you have lost a teeny screw before, right? When you're doing this stuff. You get a whole tackle box, okay? With different thread pitches, sizes, lengths of screws. Each one comes here in its own individual piece. Like these are actually removable. You can separate these, and they've literally got, here, I'll show you. Custom high density foam, come with a thread locker, pre-applied. When it comes to all the little bells and whistles, packaging, accessories, everything you need, like I literally give Osight like a 10 out of 10. It also comes with a little cloth and an owner's manual. The user's manual is very easy to use. I suggest you look at it so you can become more familiar, especially if you're new to sights or new to your Osight. It's going to show you all the different options on it. All right, so we have an aluminum body here. These are very lightweight, very compact. And I said it's a fully enclosed emitter. So we not only have glass here on the front. Now this is a multi-coated lens, which helps make it look really nice and protect it. But we also have a piece of glass back here. So that's not only protecting the outer piece of glass, the inside of it, but your emitter is housed in here. Okay, so this is purged of air on the inside. And yeah, this is the ticket. Like, I'll give you my honest opinion when it comes to like concealed carry guns that you're going to be out and about with. I really can't imagine anything other than an enclosed emitter if that's what you're into, but I do highly recommend. You can see plus and minus here. This does have manual brightness settings on this model. So there's 10 of them total, including 2 of those are night vision. It's IPX waterproof. It takes a CR1620 battery. They say about 75,000 hours on mode 3. This does have a motion sensor. So after 3 minutes of detecting no motion, it is going to turn off that emitter to save your battery. As soon as it detects even the slightest amount of motion, it's going to kick that 6 MOA green dot on immediately before you even have time to pull it up. And I've never had any of these fail to do that. So that's the thing to save battery. Another little cool feature is this has a low battery indicator, which many of these dots do not. Once the battery starts dropping below a certain voltage, in other words, it's time to change it, instead of it just being dead on you one day, it's going to like do a triple flash once per minute just to remind you. So if you're noticing that dot starting to like flash 3 times and it's kind of doing that once a minute, it's time to get in there and change that CR1620 battery. Here's your tray here. I'm going to try to keep this video less than a half hour, which is what most of mine end up being. I'm going to have to pull the tab to activate it. But I would note that the battery door is flush, which I like. Some of the other brands, it actually protrudes. This keeps it very sleek. Now, I'm not going to illuminate the dot here, but there is going to be a follow-up video. I'm going to ask your opinion here in 1 minute. So just looking through the glass on it is excellent. It literally looks great, better than most like other brands that I've ever used. Actually better than any of the brands I've ever used, and I am being totally honest, and I kind of figured out why. And I wanted to get this video out soon for you guys because it's Black Friday right now, but we're going to deep dive this more. So every one of these that I've been reviewing, like one after another, and this is my 8th one, I always tell you the same thing in the videos. I look through it, I look at the reticle, and I'm like, wow, the glass is super clear. The reticle is super clear, like clearer than any. The glass just looks perfect. No distortion on the reticle, whether it's been the dot, some cases the dot, circle, dot, depending which option. And like I said, there's quite a few already with more to come. Like, man, this is so good. Now, I was just kind of going through the spec sheet a little bit, and it said this comes with an aspherical lens. Now, let me know down in the comments if you want me to do a little nerdy video explaining you a little more about the aspherical lens. But they say it enhances durability and protection while ensuring consistent optical quality. Now, I kind of almost skipped past that and was about ready to kind of just leave that out of the review. Like, whatever, what's that even mean? Well, I'm not like an eyeglasses person. I'm not an ophthalmologist. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Now, go back to what I said earlier. Every one of these, including these, the glass is just awesome. The reticle on all of these Osights has been awesome. I'm like, I don't know what made me do it, but I'm like, I'm going to deep dive and look into what an aspherical lens is. Well, most lenses, and most of these type dots and many other lenses out there, whether it's glasses or telescopes or all kinds of different things, are what's called a spherical lens. That's been the status quo for a long time. Aspherical lens is a lot more advanced technology. So I get to reading about it, and it's known for being crystal clear, for the reticle being nice and crisp with no distortion. Now there's an eye disorder called astigmatism. This is where a lot of you might want to know more about this. Let me know, and I will do that follow-up video. The aspherical lens is known in many cases to completely eliminate the starburst effect if you have astigmatism. Now, everybody has different variances of that disorder. You know, some people don't have it at all, obviously, but people that do, there's going to be a spectrum, right? In many cases, gets rid of it altogether. The starburst effect, not your astigmatism, but it mitigates it or drastically reduces the negative side effects. In fact, I have a good friend that has an astigmatism, and he's been struggling with red dots for years. I finally talked him into buying his first Osight, and he did after watching all my reviews. And he's like, dude, like all the negative effects are gone with my Osight. So just keep that in mind. And his is like the Osight C, but I found out all of these are using an aspherical lens. Now here's the negative side. Normally it's like 3 to 4 times as much as what these go for to get a red dot or green dot with that type of lens. I don't know how they're doing it because these are like very, very budget friendly, but they are. And now I've finally gotten to the bottom of why do these just look better to look through than like any of my other stuff. So if you want me to do more of a talk about the concept of having an astigmatism, the way that may or may not affect you, and kind of a little bit more of a deep dive on the aspherical lens, definitely let me know. I'll get this mounted up on something. We're going to come back again for a part 2. Now here's my other question if you're still watching. I've done 7 reviews before this. There's lots of options out there, different footprints. Some are magnetic rechargeable, some aren't. Some are single reticle, some are multi-reticle. We've had red so far. Now we have green. Maybe an Osight Roundup might be in order. So if you guys want to know, like, I can kind of just go through and tell you this one does this, this, and this. If that makes any sense, let me know. So here's where we are so far. And if a few of you let me know down in the comments, and I think it's something people would get good information from, or hopefully enjoy the video too. And don't forget to hit a thumbs up if you do enjoy, and there's ways to help support the channel down there in the description. Because they did send me the site to review, but you guys are the financial sponsors as far as keeping this channel going. So here's what I have so far. We can do another video of kind of a roundup, and I can kind of go over different ones so it can help make your decision easier if you're thinking about trying an Osight. So the SE green dot, 6 MOA. Just got done showing you that here today. Here's the SE. Osight C. Not going through all the tidbits right now. That'd be if you want me to do a Roundup review. The K, the X, the S. This is S in the green. It's a red dot, but green color body. Here's the Osight S in black. Here's the original Osight. And depending, this is the new one that I don't know if I can show yet, but you'll be seeing this soon. So let me know if you want me to do a roundup, showing you all the different ones. Let me know if you want to know more about that aspherical lens. Depending on what I see in the comments will help sway how I do my next video. But do expect a follow-up here soon. I just wanted to get this video out for you ASAP while Black Friday is still going on. And make sure you check the description for more info. Alright, thanks for watching, and have a good one.